So here's a quick question to all the oneness people that don't believe in the Trinity. It's going to be a short one. I just read a couple comments that that make me laugh. That's on the same page that those of us that do believe, and we know that there is a Trinity, right? So excuse the camera, it's kind of cockeyed. I got a new holder, and the stem is in the way. So let me ask you something. So Jesus was praying to himself. Matthew chapter 6, verse 9, Jesus taught us to pray that says, Our Father, which art in heaven. So Jesus was praying to himself as Father. Jesus cried out to Abba on the cross. Revelation chapter 5, verse 6 and 7. When the Lamb is seen with the bride, Jesus took the book of the seals out of his own hand. The verse says, John saw the lamb that had been slain with 7 horns and 7 eyes. And he said, he saw the lamb take the book of the seals out of the right hand of him that sat on the throne. And him that sat on the throne was Abba, the Father. So Jesus was sitting on the throne and he was standing before himself at the same time. Wow, that's awesome. So Jesus said, I'm going to send myself as the only begotten Son, as myself. Jesus said that too. He did. Come on, folks, stop being so silly. Ain't no such thing. And I've told you the number Trinity is 3. 3 is Trinity. It is the gospel in which you are saved. And if you don't believe in that, then you don't believe the gospel. Because Abba the Father raised up his Son on the 3rd day. This is simple, but I don't know why sometimes, and I read another comment, people just like to argue. Yeah, they do. But you know it's coming a day that none of this will be an argument and everything will be settled. But some stuff is just Sesame Street understanding, folks, when the Bible is clear. And I gave you them scriptures earlier. In the beginning, in the book of John, the most key book of our faith. In the beginning was the Word. Who is the Word? It's Jesus. And the Word, and it says, and the Word was with God. Oh my God. The Bible is the Word of God. So what does that say? The Bible is the Son of God. Because Jesus is the Word. Oh, but wait a minute. Jesus prayed to himself on the cross. When he yelled out, Abba, Father. He was talking to himself in the 3rd person. Wait a minute. They go to number 3 again. So he must have been talking in the 3rd. So that narrative is just shot down all the way around, folks. Because if he was praying to himself, then he was praying in the 3rd person. What's 3rd mean? 3. What's 3 mean? Trinity. There's another pastor on YouTube, Pastor Jennings. I can't stand that guy. Not hate, but I can't stand him. He's another one that took the needle and convinced his whole congregation to do it. And he another one that believe in that foolishness. That Jesus don't have a father. Even though Jesus said he do have a father. He said, if you seen me, you seen the Father. And I be thinking, when folks be talking crazy like that, there's a whole lot of verses where Jesus himself said his Father does works through him. If Jesus didn't have no father, he would have said, I do works through myself, folks. He says, I do works through me. He wouldn't have came out and told these Pharisees, scribes, and his disciples that the Father does his works through me and I am nothing without the Father. That's plain and simple, folks. That's something I want you to think about. And I want you to try to answer that in the comment section. And as I already said, when God the Father raised him up and called him up to sit on the right-hand side of him, so Jesus was sitting on the right-hand side of himself? Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Even though the Bible don't say that. Deuces.